easy to pick out the things in life that matter most, but keeping those things organized can be a real problem. It's easy to pick out the things in life that matter most, but keeping those things organized can be a real problem. That's where Tonia Tomlin, professional organizer and founder of Sort It Out, and Nicole Arnold, interior designer and founder of Nicole Arnold Interiors, come in. Between Tonia's passion for organizing and Nicole's eye for design, there's no telling how much a little structure and a lot of spackle can do. Welcome to Savvy, Wise, and Organized. And now, your hosts, Tonia Tomlin and Nicole Arnold.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Nicole and I are so excited. I say that, I think I should probably find a different intro.
We're happy to see you again.
Yes, thank you for joining us again. It is Tuesday, and it's Savvy, Wise, and Organized. And I'm so excited because I have my friend Elle Nesher here with Element Moving and Storage, which is a huge part of both of our businesses. So
Yes.
We're so excited. You're the founder and owner of Element Moving and Storage. So tell us about how you guys got started.
So we got started about 10 years ago. First of all, thank you so much for having me here.
Sure,
I'm
welcome.
so excited to be here with you guys. About 10 years ago, we decided, my husband and I are born entrepreneurs and decided that we wanted to open a moving company. He had a lot of experience working for previous companies in Chicago where we moved here from, and decided that we wanted to open a moving company that was a little different from the rest of the moving companies, that had, our basis is honesty and integrity and really taking the stress out of people's moves. Moving is a very stressful time in people's lives.
So stressful, and bless you guys for, really setting yourself apart. So how did you guys do that? How do you set yourself apart?
So a lot of moving companies will shy away from certain jobs. They want to do the easy jobs, just moving some boxes, some furniture, and, moving from one place to the next. What sets us apart is we really do the specialty moves that most moving companies kind of, decide that they want to step away from. We really pride ourselves in being a one-stop shop and making sure that we can do every aspect of the move, from specialty items, pianos, pool tables, crating of artwork. We have all the insurance requirements to get into every building that requires a certificate of insurance, workers' comp. Fully licensed and accredited to do every aspect of the move.
Which I love that.
Yeah, so it's typically, what you're saying is those a la carte services that we would typically have to coordinate many other people to do, you've got it all in-house.
We've got it all in-house.
That's a total coup for you.
Exactly. It's just, one less or 20 less things for people to think about when it comes to moving.
And I think it's very similar, in how we run our businesses is a one-stop shop. I know that I can call Nicole and say, hey, I have this client, I know it's a one-stop shop, and she can call me and say it's a one-stop shop for organizing, lighting, cabinets, just shopping for product, labeling everything. She knows it's going to get done. So it's so nice to be able to have a service like this, because we know that you can hang pictures.
Absolutely.
You can do some packing. You can move it. You can do pianos, creating art, which I think is fabulous.
Well, and typically I just went through a situation where I had to hire a lot of other people to get the move complete or the move in complete for my customers. So it totally would have been worth
and
having
you have
that
so
all
many
contained.
things to worry about that, calling 20 different vendors for different products and different things is just, it's too difficult. So we just take it all and do it all for you.
So help our audience learn, do you only do big household-to-household moves? Do you do commercial? Do you do smaller scale?
Majority of our work is residential. We do some commercial. In fact, we did the entire renovation of the Adolphus Hotel, which was a year-and-a-half long project. That was a lot of fun.
So you had to pack it up and store it?
Well, we actually had to liquidate, all the floors of furniture first, get rid of everything. Most of the stuff was pretty old, so it was hard to even donate, but we donated much of it. And then we put all the furniture back in, all the new furniture back in, assembled everything, hung the artwork. And so, if we can do that for a huge hotel with a few hundred rooms, we can definitely move every household.
Now, one thing I'm asked quite a bit when people are moving out, typically they're buying new furnishings through us, and they are strategizing and staging that removal of the old as the new is coming in, and they don't like much of a gap between the two. because nobody likes to sit on the floor. But do you help? Do you have a service that helps with farming out where the old furniture is going to go?
Yeah, so what we do is on move day we'll pick up any donated items, any items that the customer doesn't want. We donate it to several different charities in the area. Whoever needs certain things. So that's, again, one less thing to worry about is having another company come out and take out your donations. Another thing that we can do is, I know that, you know, when you're buying a house or selling a house, you need to stage your furniture. So we can go out before, take out the furniture that needs to be staged and stored, and we have a full service storage facility that we can store the items, and then when the new house is ready, we can come in and put those items back in. Another service that we do is with that new furniture that comes in, some of it needs to be assembled, so we can come in and assemble the furniture. You know, when we move it in as well, brand new furniture.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I love that, you know, you're able to help with the donate. That's probably one of the things that costs us a lot more time. We have a lot of people that are moving, downsizing, upsizing, changing their style and buying all new.
Sure.
And it's so hard to find a place that will take your furniture and call them on the phone on a Thursday and get them back on a next Tuesday or something. So that's such a valuable service, and I think that is so helpful for those people who are moving, because obviously it is the most stressful thing, you know, besides you know, divorce, having a baby, moving, you know, death. I mean, it's just
it's up there.
Right up there with how do we minimize, you know, our major stressors in life.
Well, and it is very much like our businesses. When we're planning a new design for somebody, whether it's a new build, a renovation, new furnishing project, or you're organizing a whole house, there are so many details, thousands and thousands of decisions, and people don't realize it until they're in the middle of it. And then they're like, oh no, what do I do? Yes. And so having the service ahead of time is something I always encourage and fully believe in, because let everybody be an expert in their own field.
Absolutely.
And you guys are the experts in knowing how to coordinate that move and making sure things don't fall through the cracks while we're doing our parts.
Exactly.
So I'm always curious with entrepreneurs like ourselves, how did you get this spark of an idea? What's the path that led you to this?
Well, before this, we had a high-end candle company. Where we sold candles to department stores. We had a private label and our own brand, and we ended up selling that company in 2008, and we were, you know, out of a job.
What
figured,
do
what do we do now? We have this, you know.
So you went from candles to moving. That's like total opposite.
Very, very opposite. At that time, candles, you know, was, you know, 2007, 2008. People weren't buying $60 candles anymore.
Right.
They were kind of saving their money for different things. But moving is always something that people need.
What was that parlay to get you from one to the other, from candles to moving?
So my husband had experience working for moving companies in the past. So it's not like it was brand new to us. Like, hey, we're just going to start moving boxes. We had experience together.
Yes.
We did it together. And at that time we had 2 kids. Now we have a third. We've, you know, built this company around our business, around our family, and made it work for us. We have great people that work for us. We have a great sales team that's made it all possible. We have great people that go out to your house before the move and do a full completed inventory on an iPad. They come in, they see exactly what you need to move. And then if you need to adjust that at any point, you need to take out things or add things, we can go ahead and do that for you and make it possible. But at the end of the day, really our movers are what make our company amazing. Our guys are good guys that I would trust in my home with my children. They're all background checked, drug tested. We make sure that we hire nothing but the best. This industry has a lot of turnover, and thank God we don't have that much. We have guys that are happy with their jobs. They love what they do. I don't know
they
how
love working for you.
They love working for us. Yes.
I mean, that's all leadership right there. And we talk a lot about that in our businesses. You know, it's just, you know, how you lead a company is, and what you attract is who you want to work for you. And I truly believe that, you know, and the moving industry certainly is, you know, there's a lot of turnover, and I've worked with a lot of different moving companies, and I know actually you guys found me, I think, on Instagram. Isn't that right?
We found you on Instagram, but we found you through the Shelton School, where my daughter goes to school. My daughter has dyslexia and ADHD and is probably the most disorganized person I know. She's 9 years old, so we're getting her there.
And that's one of your specialties.
Exactly. And so we saw you on their website and then looked you up, and I thought, wow, what a great partnership this could be. You know,
and I'm so thankful for that, because you know, right now obviously is moving season, and there's a lot of people contacting us to help get packed up and moved, and you know, it's just a valuable resource for people who are watching and people who need that to lower their stress during that time. And I think that's just so important. So thank you for finding us and you know, for being a part of the show, just because it's part of what we do with Savvy, Wise, and Organize is, you know, really getting what you want out of life, personally, with your business. And what we love is being able to provide resources for our viewers and for our clients.
And the relationships. We've all built our business on relationships. I'm sure you have too.
Absolutely.
And without those, you know, it's that is the foundation of a lot of our success. And getting to know other entrepreneurs and sharpening iron kind of thing is a good thing to do. And that's part of the reason we started the show.
That's great.
And supporting each other and other women business owners. I'm really big on that. We're a certified women-owned company, and you know, that's just, you know, we got to be proud of that as women business owners too. So one of the things that my clients always ask me is, you know, how are they going to protect my home from, you know, dings and nicks and all these different things? So how do you guys prepare for a move like that?
The first thing we do is we lay out, we call it the turquoise carpet. Our colors are turquoise. So we lay out the blue carpet, and it's basically a neoprene covering that covers the high traffic areas in the house. And we make sure that the floors are protected. Doorways, we have door jamb protectors. We wrap pads around the banisters of the house to make sure that those are protected. And we just take very good care of the furniture. We wrap the furniture. Every item that leaves your house, it's not brought out and then, you know, a pad thrown over it. We actually wrap and protect every piece of furniture.
And then move it out.
And then move it out.
See, that's very different.
Yes,
so
exactly.
That is a huge tip right there.
Yeah. Our claims are less than 1%.
That's
we have an amazing team of guys that do an amazing job at you know, protecting the furniture.
When a lot of my clients will ask for a white glove type of service, do you provide that?
Absolutely, yeah. You can go on our website and look at our pictures. We've got pictures of the guys wearing white gloves, especially for art or, you know, a couch that's white. You don't want a, you know, big, strong, heavy guy, sweaty guy touching your stuff.
With his hands.
No. So we have white gloves. We also provide booties. We make sure that we protect the furniture from
that's so
from
important.
them. Yeah, exactly.
Because a lot of people, and rightfully so, as employees, don't understand that how much people have invested in their furnishings and their home and their flooring and things like that. And so when they're handling this merchandise, they have to know what they're handling.
The one thing that we hear a lot from our customers is that the movers treated their items just like they were their own.
Oh, that's so sweet.
We do a video testimonial after every move, with people that are happy to make that video testimonial. And the most important thing for me is to hear that a customer is happy and that the furniture was treated as if it was their own. Yeah.
Good.
That's at the end of the day, you're like, if I can get that testimonial, then you know, that just helps everybody.
Good for you.
Exactly.
You know, not just and referrals. I'm sure, you know, the clients refer you because they're happy, because people have stories.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I know personally, I would much rather go to a company that's referred to me than someone I just, you know, found online. And we get a lot of our business from realtor referrals, organizer referrals, designers, and just friends and family.
Fabulous.
Yeah. What would be the biggest success so far, you know, in your business? I know you've been in it 10 years. What would be the biggest success for you guys?
The biggest success is that we are so busy that you need to plan ahead. You know, thank God we have enough business to keep us going throughout the year.
Well, thank God for all the companies relocating to Dallas, right? Because
and so many people here. And you know, if it's, you know, from
it's a lot.
We do moves, by the way, all around the country too. So we can move people, you know, wherever they need to go. In fact, all around the world, we do a lot of international moves as well. Now we've just gotten into. So it's that's a pretty big success for us too, is that we can really handle everywhere and everything.
That's great.
Yeah, I think that's so important too, because I'm sure do you work with relocation companies then? Is that a big target?
Yes, relocation companies, mostly realtors actually are the ones who will refer us. I think, you know, in this day and age, everybody wants to be the resource for their customer.
Yes.
So, you know, when you're organizing or where you're designing, you want to make sure that they have all that they need. And realtors are the same. You know, they make sure that they have the organizer and the designer and the mover, and make sure that everything is handled from beginning to end.
I would say you're 99% correct. Everyone with a long-term business focus wants to be a resource for everybody.
Exactly. Now,
which is sometimes a little challenging to find, but yes.
Yeah. And moving companies is probably the thing that people refer least because they don't want to be responsible if something goes wrong. But
don't use this
exactly. This company, this industry has a bad reputation, but we've really that's actually one of our biggest successes is that we've managed to really change the perception of moving and change the perception of, you know, oh, moving is, you know, so horrible and so difficult.
It is
and really,
horrible.
A lot of people, what we find is they stay in their houses for way too long just because they dread moving. But when you have a good company to move you, it's obviously much easier to move.
Or they have too much stuff and they're like, I'll just worry about that later.
Exactly.
And then they have to pack it all up. But that's one of the things we tell people is, you know, you've got to purge before you move.
Yes.
I think everyone should pretend they're moving and purge, and then they have more room in the house.
And it's always, they get to this point where like, gosh, I should have listened to you. I really should have purged, you know, my closet.
Oh, it's awful.
They're packing up all the stuff and it costs them more money, I'm sure.
I can't tell you how many times we move people, and at the end of the move, they're like, you know what? This isn't going to work out here. Take it back and donate it. And we've already moved it for them. So it's
paid to move it.
They've paid to move it. Now they're getting rid of it. But it was, you know, if they would have thought before or worked with people like you guys to make sure that they're organized before, then, you know, they would have saved themselves a lot of money and headache.
Well, that or those boxes just sit forever and never get unpacked. And then it's like...
Or people have things in storage for years and years. And we have a full service storage facility. The people's stuff is there for, 3, 5, 7 years now, which most of that stuff can probably
what's the
be.
point?
We need to target those customers because we can help them get rid of it, but then they wouldn't have storage with you anymore. So
that's okay. There's always people that need storage, for building a home or for redecorating, renovating.
So the temporary as well as the in and out moves is what you can do. Great.
We can do it all.
That's awesome.
I love that because I think a lot of times people, they don't think about that full process. So what is your big moving tips besides obviously purging and all that?
Big moving tips is definitely not moving things you don't need to move. Hiring a licensed and insured company, making sure that you're not just hiring guys off the street to move your valuables, and really doing your research and your homework before you make that decision of who to move with.
And maybe get 2 or 3 quotes.
Get 2 or 3 quotes. Also know that the cheapest isn't always the best. At the end of the day, you get what you pay for.
Just like with organization and interior designers, we always say, when people calling, we're not going to be the least expensive, but I can assure you that it's going to be high quality service. You're going to get what you pay for, and I promise you we're going to be very efficient in our processes, from the sorting, the purging, the shopping, and the containerization, and then labeling.
And that's just it. Whenever you're in a business like either of ours, that's based on time and time invested from the professional, if an efficiency model hasn't been built, like we have built ours, where we have all of our samples and resources right at hand, so we don't have to run all over town. And that allows us to breed so much efficiency into our processes that our customers feel the value. And I have no doubt yours would feel the same way.
Absolutely. The work that we do before the move to make sure that we are prepared. Like, doing a free estimate, going out and making sure that we know what it is that the customer needs, that the customer can tell us their needs and what they need specifically done. Putting together the quote, making sure that we're organized on our part before we get out to the customer's house. We bring all the boxes. We have reusable crates that we use for the moves that are, green and easy.
Oh, I love that. Let's talk a little bit about that. Because I remember when we met.
You just like color coding containers.
I know, right? I know, maybe we should have
it's like me and my colored pens
kitchen.
at the office.
Yellow for the kitchen, blue for the closet. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love that. So tell our guests about the recyclable crates that you use.
So we have these big recyclable crates. They're about the size of a medium box. And they flap one side over the other, so there's no tape that's needed to close them. You just close them up, and then you can stack them up. The best thing is we bring them on move day, we pack them up, and then at the end of the move we can unpack them and take them out of your house and You'll never know we were even there.
Oh, wow.
You have to break down the boxes,
No breaking
have all
down
the
the
tape,
boxes.
and that
They
is so
come
nice.
4 with a dolly. So if you want to do the packing yourself, you
Yeah.
can get these crates, and you can, have them there, and then you can just slide them into your garage and get rid of them out of sight, out of mind.
Okay, that's a
Yeah.
good question. I was just going to ask that question. Will you provide the crates even if they want to do their own packing,
Yeah.
or if we're going to pack them? Will you still provide the crates?
We will provide the
Okay.
crates. We have a special going on this summer that if we do the full pack,
Okay.
then we will provide the crates for free.
How
So that's
nice.
it's a big savings right there because
Okay.
you don't have to buy boxes. You don't have to pay for the crates. We'll bring them out and we'll take them out at the end of the move.
You don't buy boxes either?
We
The customer doesn't have to buy boxes
well,
with
most
this
of
promotion?
the kitchen items,
Yeah.
a lot of the knickknacks, everything can fit in these great crates.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
some items you still
Yes.
need
Yeah,
boxes
yeah,
for
sure.
Yes.
wardrobe boxes for
Got it.
your clothes,
Got it,
and
got it, got it.
TV boxes and picture boxes, and especially if there's crates like the wooden crates that are needed
Yeah,
for
yeah.
some items.
Yeah.
But this is a great resource because it's free. And
Yeah.
all you're paying for is the service to get it packed and unpacked.
Fabulous.
But at the end of the day, you're probably saving money.
Yes.
And you don't have to deal with all those boxes left over at the end of the move.
Okay, I'm super OCD, so this is going to be a really strange question.
What?
Do you like Lysol spray them after?
Yeah, so we clean them.
Oh, yeah, because who knows what's in those boxes?
I mean, who knows what was in the box?
Yeah,
right?
we
So-
actually
Somebody's sneakers,
take
somebody's
them
pet
out every once in
lizard,
a
who
while
knows?
and completely
You'd be
wash them out in the
surprised.
parking lot with big hoses and dry them and bring them out and
Okay.
I
make
know
sure
that's
that
a
they're
super
clean.
weird
Yeah.
question, but
No,
we
it
find
is.
lots of different things when organizing, so it's definitely
Always interesting.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
I'm
This
just
is
so
fun.
excited about this invaluable resource that we have, and just bringing just a new element.
No
right?
pun intended.
I know, to moving. I didn't plan
Yes.
that.
No, I think Element
Yeah.
Moving and Storage is a perfect
Yeah.
fit for the clients that I
Absolutely.
service, the clients that
Yeah.
you service. It sounds like a really nice thing that our audience is going to appreciate knowing, and for you being generous enough to share your time
Yeah,
on the
thank
show with
you.
us.
And thank you for finding us. I'm just so thankful, and looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. because
Yes,
we
for our
are,
big move.
Yeah, we're going to be working with a few clients this year, so I appreciate you in advance for our free estimate moving forward. And Nicole and I are just so excited to continue every Tuesday here at Savvy Wise and Organized, and we just hope and just find us next week. What are we doing next week? Who's our guest?
Clothes Horse.
Clothes Horse Anonymous. Yes. Oh,
Learn about your clothes.
when you're purging before you're moving.
Yes.
they
might end up at Clothes Horse.
Yes, so we're going to talk about that next week.
Yeah.
So thank you again for joining us at Savvy Wise and Organized, and have a great rest of the week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Savvy, Wise, and Organized. To find out more about Tonia or how she can help you organize your space, visit her website at www.sortedout.com. To find out more about Nicole or how she can help you with your interior designs, visit her website at www.nainteriors.com. And if you want to hear more from Savvy, Wise, and Organized, subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcast platform. From all of us at Savvy, Wise, and Organized, thanks for listening.